Okay, it is recording now. So, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper and I've got a pencil. So I'm going to draw my guidelines with the pencil. And just like we did last week when we did our 1-point perspective drawing of the city and the road, what I'm going to do is draw my guidelines across. So I'm going to do from this corner over here to that corner. And my lines aren't perfect, and that's okay. But if you do want your lines to be perfect, you are welcome to use a ruler. And you are welcome to draw along with me right now, but if you are not able to draw along with me right now, then you can always refer to the video and keep drawing later. So now I'm going to draw from this corner to this corner over here. There we go, and it's okay if my lines aren't perfect. Now that I have these cross lines, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a rectangle. So I'm going to use these lines to make a rectangle in the background. This is going to be my door frame. Here you can see I am rotating my paper so that it is easier for me to make this line. So now I have my framework here. All right, now I'm going to use markers. You could use anything you want if you wanted to use colored pencils or crayons, but I'm going to use this marker so that it's easier for you all to see. And I'm going to outline my rectangle. So now I am outlining my rectangle. And as you can see, I am rotating my paper. Once again, kind of smeared it, and that's okay with me. And now I'm going to go from the corner of my rectangle to the corner of the page. There we go. And again, I'm rotating my paper so it's easier for me to draw. I'm going to go from the corner of the rectangle to the corner of the page. There we go. Another one, I'm going to go from the corner of the rectangle to the corner of the page. And last one, from the corner of the rectangle to the corner of the page. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some vertical lines to make my frames. And I'm going to make 4 of them. I want you to make 4 frames. So I'm going to draw a small vertical line here, and then another vertical line here. And that is the lines of my frame. And now I'm going to use a parallel line, one that is parallel to this line here, to connect my vertical lines. This line here that I'm making will parallel this line. It's going to connect my vertical line. So there's one frame done. Now I'm going to do another one. So vertical line and vertical line. And now I'm going to use my parallel line to connect that one, and then my parallel line to connect that one. So now I have 2 frames. And now I'm going to do it again on this side. I'm going to use a vertical line and a vertical line. And then I'm going to use my parallel lines to connect those vertical lines to each other. And one more frame. I'm going to do vertical line and a vertical line. I'm going to use my parallel lines to connect those. All right, there we go. So now you might want to do this. You might want to erase the center with an eraser. But if you don't have an eraser, that is okay. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to draw my door back here. So this rectangle that I first drew is going to be my door. And I'm just going to draw 2 doors on it. This would be the back of the room. Maybe it leads to a different room in the gallery. And another one. All right. There we go. And maybe I'll put some door handles on that. My door handles. And for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the inside of my frames blank. I'm going to make sure that I color and decorate everything else. And then this week, I want all of you to be thinking about what you will put in your frames. And what you are going to put in your frames is going to be your 4 favorite things. And so, one of my favorite things is mint chocolate chip ice cream. So I might put mint chocolate chip ice cream in this frame. And another one of my favorite things is my pet cats. So I might draw my pet cats in this frame. But we're not going to do that until next week. So for this week, I want you to be decorating your gallery and thinking about what you will have in your 4 frames. One last thing that my gallery needs is my name. And so I'm going to make a square here. This is going to be a sign that hangs over, or rectangle. This is a sign that hangs over my gallery. And I'm going to make a little chain or rope that connects it to the ceiling. And then I'm going to use the purple marker for this. I want it to say my name. So I'm going to put Miss Emma. All right. And maybe I want to decorate my walls and my ceiling. So maybe I'll say I want green stripes on the walls. So I'm going to do green stripes on the walls and make sure I don't get them in my frame. Green stripes on the walls. I'm decorating my ceiling and my walls how I like them. All right, I'm going to stop sharing now. And I'm also going to stop recording.